We're live. Good afternoon. Greetings from Canada here, from Ontario, Canada. It's quite hot. Not hot, but it's quite bright outside. It's sunny. I think temperature is about 8 degrees Celsius, but much warmer than it used to be in the past. And it's beginning to feel like we're approaching the spring.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you all for joining us today. Thank you very much for those of you that have been with us on this journey for quite some time now, and those of you that have joined us newly. Thank you so much. We like to make this as interactive as possible, as we always say. So if you have any comment in the course of this broadcast, please leave it down below in the comment section. We'd like to attend to any question if you have any. Other than that, today is the day seven of our this day seven or the seventh episode of our Success is a Journey with Aranet, and today we're going to continue on the um, on our frequently asked questions that we've been answering for quite some time now. I think in about 2 weeks we've been answering them. Last week we dealt on issues surrounding people thinking that this may be a spam and all that, and we try to put as much knowledge out there as possible as we can. So today we'll continue with that, but just before we do that, I'd like to introduce myself for to those that don't know me yet. My name is Femi, and then I'm the face of the page abifem.com, and then with me today, as usual, is Aranet, and I'll just give it to Aranet to introduce herself further before we continue.
Hello, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy Monday at the same time. I am Arnel. I'm coming live from San Francisco, California. Welcome to our page, business page, personal page, whatever it is you're running on your business page, maybe. Yeah, so thank you guys. I just really want to take a moment of gratitude to say thank you to our followers who have been watching us for and supporting us at the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's for me, Femi. Back to you.
So I said earlier on that the past two episodes, or was it the last one, we spoke about, we answered the question surrounding uh, the business being a scam or not. Because we get that a lot. People always ask us, is it a scam? Sometimes, I think maybe next time we should talk about, is it the checks? Are the checks real? I think I've heard somebody has asked me that before. Are these checks real? These checks that you guys flash around, are they real and all that? Do people really make money and all that from the business and all that? But today, that's not where we're going today. Today, we're going to be focusing on a frequently asked question that that people ask us that states, like in the course of people going through our websites or our pages, either on Facebook or YouTube or whatsoever, or they come across our adverts, they always ask, or they always say, is it possible for me to do this business even though I have no experience? I have no business experience, neither do I have any technological experience. I'm not tech savvy and all that. And so we just want to uh, delve into that today and let you know whether or not it's possible to do this business without any experience or without being tech savvy. So, Aranet, why don't you shed some light with regards to that?
Yes, how are you guys doing? Yeah, so it's really interesting how a lot of people actually, because I've been bombarded with a lot of questions like, is this
Mhm.
business a scam? Is this, I don't have any experience, and then I am not tech savvy enough. So back to your question, Femi, like, is no experience, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then I totally understand where everybody's coming from, like how you feel, guys, because including myself, when I started this business 5 years ago, I have no experience or tech knowledge at all. But the good news is this business is designed for people like you, like me. You don't need a background experience in the business or marketing or technology to succeed here. Why? because we provide a step-by-step training, guys. You'll get access to the proven system that walks you through everything from setting up your website, your and then your business is already up and running effectively. Even if you're not tech savvy, the training is designed to be so simple and easy to navigate to follow. And then we also provide, what else, Femi? We also provide automation tools. You don't have to figure it out everything on your own, because our system does a lot of heavy lifting for you.
Yeah.
So the only way for you to focus is your learning and growing at your own pace.
Like honestly, thanks very much, Aranet. Like most of the heavy lifting, according to Aranet, has been done for you. You know, I mean, like we know that there's so many bits and pieces, around running a business. You know, a people-oriented business. From reaching out to people and getting them to sign up to watch your webinar, for instance. And then being able to follow up, with I mean, like with those people. And follow up is one of the it's one of the most difficult things to do. Whichever way you follow up, either by mails or either by phone calls or by text messages. Those things can be very difficult. And all these things are done for you. Last week we talked about the cost of running um, a business on your own, right? If you're to do a business like this on your own, we talked about how that it could be very expensive, from the recurring costs, that if you have to build a website for yourself, for instance, if you have to do that through a software developer or through somebody that builds up your website, to um, to being able to respond to your emails and all that automatically and all of that, and several other things, that are linked with doing this business. Last week we said that those things could cost you easily, between 10 and 20 grand, in dollars yearly, recurrently. And we said that we do that here just for $149, right? But like it's not even the cost now, but like the fact is that all those things are made available. And according to what Aaron had just said, with the step-by-step training, my God, that's just so fantastic, that you are able to, it's video-based training most of the time, and you can always come back. You can watch at whatever time you want. You can pause. You can come back. You can watch as many times as you want, over and over again, until you get a clear understanding, of what you are doing. But like that's not the only reason why you are able to do this thing by yourself, even though you didn't have
Mm.
any experience or training. But
Yeah.
also what we have going for us is a very wonderful community. And Aranet, I just want just to say one or two things about the community. How the community assists, our community helps people, to grow in their businesses. How they help them through, I mean, acquiring knowledge and other things that we have, like masterminds and all that.
Yeah.
These are all the key
Hmm.
factors, key factors that really help towards our growth in our businesses. Can you really uh, just dive in a little bit and talk about that
Of
at the
course,
community?
Femi. Of course, Femi. I just need to let that lady in. Yeah. So yeah, the good thing in our business is you have a supportive community that will mentor you. Aside from us, you also have a coach. That's why you won't be doing this alone. Yeah, I just really want to keep you to remind you on that. We have a network of experienced entrepreneurs, including us, who will guide you, who will walk you through the process and answer your questions and help you every step of the way. That is the best part. Because when I started this business 5 years ago, I was so worried, like, oh my gosh, like I don't know how I'm gonna do this, and I didn't expect that when my mentor invited me in our community, I was overwhelmed with the support, because we meet every Saturdays. We have different groups, even though you are coming from all walks of life. There are some 50s and above here. If you are 50 years old and above, you can join that group, and it's just so
Mm.
amazing. Even though you are come from different tribe, also you can go in each group in order for you to connect with them as well. And we have a
And
lot of,
that does not mean that if you're not within the age group that you
yes,
still can't reach out to the people, right? You know,
yes, it's
I mean,
open
it's
to
not
everybody.
limited, but it's just that we have all those kind of groups, right? That's part of the groups that we have, right? Okay.
Yes, it's really open for everybody.
Yeah.
Like that's why even though, and that is the best part. So even though you are coming from another side of the planet, you can always connect with those incredible people who are willing to help you over here. And then we don't pick and choose, right? We don't pick and choose which groups you're gonna do. But the main part is we are here to support and lift up each other, because I understand that we have some moments, we need some motivation, we need some inspiration that's coming from all the leaders, and they're always there. Every time you ask them, and they're always there to help you out, to grow your business as well. Yeah. So it's just
So,
amazing.
sorry, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what happens then if I'm, like we have different time zones, right? We say this business is global, right? We're not limited by geographical boundaries, right? So, we can reach out to people in different parts of the world. What happens if you have to reach out to somebody, if you like to talk about mentor and mentees, and if I let me just say that because I remember the way I met you. Like my mentor as at that time was residing in Nigeria, and then I had some troubles or some challenges trying to understand some certain things right within the business. And I needed answer pronto. I needed answer as soon as I could. And I couldn't reach the guy. Not that I couldn't reach him. If I reached him, he probably would have answered. But then there was no point disturbing somebody from his sleep in the middle of the night. I think it was winter period, so the guy is about 6 hours ahead of me, and this was about 9 p.m. here, in Canada, in Toronto, in Toronto area where I live, right? So then I saw you online, within the business community, and I reached out to you. You live in San Francisco, right? We have 3 hours difference in time. And that was how we met for the first time. And then you were able to help, you were able to follow up. And that's how come we became accountability partners. And the funniest thing is that this is the funniest thing that I've not even met this woman physically. I've never met her physically before. you know. So like we've met online, and um I mean, like, so that's the way it goes. I mean, like, so you're not alone. You're not alone. When we say that we hold you by the hand, it's literally that, that we really hold you by the hand and ensure that you grow as we all grow. The only reason why you could have a problem with your training is yourself. If you don't want to, you know.
Yeah, that's so true for me. They say that change is easy, but commitment is hard, right? If you really want to, be successful, then
Mm.
you gotta go all in. And then with that said, like, don't think that you cannot do this, because again, I don't know anybody over here except my mentor, and I don't even know who my mentor is. But knowing that we have about almost 250,000 people
Yeah,
worldwide,
in the community.
and 24/7 customer service that is open
Mm.
to guide you, and meetings weekly to keep you up to date what is happening in our business, right, is extremely amazing. because literally they are there to guide you, and their goal is for you to become successful as well. Yeah.
Meetings, and then the annual meetups that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're expecting to have one sometime in June.
Yeah. The
In
convention. Yeah.
so how do you pronounce the name? I like every time I want to talk about the city, right? I always just remember
Oh, Chula Vista.
Chula Vista, right? I mean, I just know that okay, from the San Diego airport to the place, just about 9 minutes drive. So that's all I remember. So every time I want to remember the name, I always have to go back to check my ticket. Chula Vista
Mm-hmm.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like that's it for us. Is there any other thing that you'd like to say, or is there any other question that you think that people ask with regards to not having knowledge, or not being tech savvy, and
Yeah. Oh, one thing that I really want to share is, no need to sell to your friends and family, guys. Unlike
absolutely.
unlike traditional businesses, you don't have
Mm,
to chase people or convince anyone to join this
yeah.
business, because our automated system does the explaining for you, allowing you to build your business without pressure. The
Mm,
real question is, are you open to learning something new and taking a chance on yourself? Because everyone starts somewhere. And with the right mindset, dedication, and support that you'll be getting from our community, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. So, if you're willing to take that first step, we'd love to help you get started. So, yeah, so the only thing that you need to do is to really connect with us. We have our website here, famous website here, and you will be getting more informations regarding about that, because that's really the process, the first step in order for you to get in and learn the foundation of our business as well. Yeah.
and remember, like on one of my adverts, my Facebook adverts, on two occasions, people have asked, you guys are always saying this business has no name. Sometimes they say, okay, you don't even tell us what the business is all about. And my response to them, first of all, the business has no name. Like when they talk about it, I say, look, we are all individual business partners, right? Within a business community. And I told the guy, I said, like, my own business name is Abifem Consultants Inc.
That's right.
So if you want to Google that, if you want to check that, then I mean, that's something that you could do. So and then when you ask also that, what exactly do you guys do? And my answer to that as well is, like we have told you, I mean, like, the way that guy that was healed by Jesus Christ, he said, before I was blind, now I see. That the guy could only talk about his change, right? So we talked about our experiences, right? Because like the adverts are short. You can't possibly expect that within the space of 2 minutes to 3 or 4 5 minutes of adverts, somebody's going to be able to tell you everything that you need to know about the business. It's difficult. It's not something that is possible. And then even if I have to do, and assuming that I can't do that on an advert, I can't do it one-on-one, because there are so many people. I mean, I don't forget that we run adverts most of the time, right? And sometimes, right, there could be over 10, 20 people that want to hear something or to know something about the business from an individual. And you possibly can't talk to 20 people in a day. So that's why we say, watch the webinar. The webinar is 90 minutes. Guys, if you want a change, like Aranet said earlier on, change can be easy, but the challenge about achieving a change is the commitment. That commitment, what the effort you put in to make that change happen. So part of the effort that you want to put in, if you really want a change in your life, you really want a change in your situation, like that person that is jumping from one job to the other, doing 2 or 3 jobs, or working extra hours because you want to have a good life for your family, but then you are missing out on several other, and maybe your health also is suffering from it. So, like one of the things that you can do to help yourself, just sign up for the webinar. It's 90 minutes, just 90 minutes, and some of you or some of us spend 90 minutes watching some things on YouTube or or Facebook. Sometimes you get on Facebook or YouTube and you just say, well, just want to see what's happening there on Instagram. You probably don't plan to spend more than 5 minutes there, but then you scroll from one to the other to the other, and before you know, you have spent 1 hour. Why can't you invest that 1.5 hours in knowledge that could change your life? So, I mean, that's all we ask. Register either on my website or Aranet website, and then registration is free. The webinar is free, and then from there, you know whether or not this is what you want to do. Otherwise, and if you feel that okay, you want to learn more, you want to know more, this is what you want to do, you can pay the 149, like we said earlier on. Is totally refundable, and you get information, you get insights into the business proper, into the compensation plan, and into our private group where you can see everything that happens. And at that point in time, if you still want to pull out, you can always request for a refund. You get it. Otherwise, it's just as simple as that and as plain as that. So with that being said, we just want to say a big thank you. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to Aranet for joining me today on this call. And then a big thank you to our viewers. For those of you that are watching from home or from work, some people is in night, sometimes some people is in the morning. Just want to say a big thank you to you. And until we see you same time next week, God bless you and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.